Hi Taurus, welcome. Bringing you a message here for this 12/12 portal, also known as 333 activation, because 12, when you do it numerologically, 1 and 2 is 3. So it's the 12th day of the 12th month of a 3-year, 2019. So 333. 333 is an angel number of co-creation with the universe, with spirit, and as well 3 plus 3 plus 3, if you add that up, equals 9, which is about completion. So a lot of powerful numerology here on this particular day. It's an auspicious time where divine guidance is ushering us through this most major transformative phase of the decade, right at the end. It's also coinciding with, and I don't think it's a coincidence, but it is coinciding with Gemini Full Moon, which will be at its peak at 12:12 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on the 12th. I know it's coming up it'll be the 11th on the West Coast instead of the 12th, and of course around the world, different times, but I'm here in the Eastern United States, and so I kind of felt that was very auspicious. And then at the same time as all of that, Chiron, which is an asteroid known as the Wounded Healer, stations direct in the sign of Aries. Aries is about self and identity. That's where we first discover that we're here. It's the baby of the zodiac, Aries is. So it's all about boundaries and understanding yourself and who you are and your identity and what you value, and also how you create and implement boundaries. So it's going to be a time of great clarity, and also the Gemini moon will give you curiosity with regard to possible shifts in direction. And then Chiron, as it stations direct, will give you the impetus and the confidence to take new directions as that applies. That can be in work, life, home life, relationship life, business, fun. So I'm doing a little different reading because I'm doing all the individual zodiac. I'm going to start by pulling a card from the Goddess Power Oracle for you. You've got Metis, which is the goddess of wisdom in reverse. That means it's going to be an alignment message. Look at the beautiful card there. It's card number 35. 3 and 5 is 8. That's, a work number. 8 is about you're almost there, you're almost at completion. So keep working. But it's about wisdom. So I will look at that, and then I'm going to pull a card from the Queen of the Moon Oracle for your divine counterpart and for you, and then my spread will be slightly different, but I'll walk you through it. Okay, so we'll start with card 35. An alignment message for you. The goddess Metis learned a painful lesson long ago and does not want you to go through the same experience. She chose to make herself small, dim her life force and inner light, and reduce her power to keep love. Who or what in your life is causing you to do the same? Do you dim yourself out of fear of reprisal, or because you have a sense that you are unworthy and unlovable, or perhaps too much or too smart? The goddess Metis offers an important alignment task. You must face this fear, this anxiety, and say a resounding no. Even in the face of the greater story of cultural conditioning, be brave and courageous and ask how you can be part of the solution. Playing small is an excuse to not be accountable for your personal power and to not be effective in the world. You have an abundance of life force energy in you, so come out of the shadows and let yourself shine. Take the risk and bring your wisdom to the world. We need you. Oh my God, Taurus, that makes me want to cry. And there is a lot in here about, stepping into your power, which is part of what Chiron's going to help you do, because that's about identity and the self. Yes, beautiful, wonderful message for you. Now we're going to look at the Queen of the Moon Oracle for you and your divine counterpart. If you do not have somebody in your life, this may be someone coming on your path. That's always possible. That's my notes over there. It's always possible. We're gonna wait and see. This is okay if you are in separation from somebody. If this is just somebody you hold in your heart as the twin, that's fine. Okay, this person gets beginnings. And look at that big full moon. And you get faith. Very nice. So they get new beginnings, and it's a number 2. So 2 is about making choices, stepping. It's like, to me, that 2 is the 2 of wands, right? New beginnings. You are offered a fresh start. Your journey is beginning. Take the first steps towards something new. It is time to place emphasis on your health and well-being. So this is for your divine counterpart. About to step into something, a fresh start, a new journey is beginning. And they need to take care of themselves. You are with card number 31. 3 and 1 is 4. So that's about structures and stability. Faith, also known, this moon that it's referring to as the worm moon. Worm, W-O-R-M, like in the ground. When I was saying 3 and 1 is 4, it's about groundedness, pentacles, right? That's your suit, Taurus. Okay. Fertility and abundance now return. Things will get better. Growth has started. Hold on to your dreams in adversity. So it's knowing all will be well. Love that message for you too. Okay. And now it's kind of the same spread, but you'll see how I'm doing it a little bit more in just you and the other person first, and then in the extended I'll explore the connection in more detail. But I want to get a really good deep dive on the 2 of you. So let me just shuffle a little bit more here. Great. So the first card that comes out is the other person. You can feel free to flip these around if you need to. They're coming through as Page of Swords. Your energy, 2 of Cups. Oh boy, here we go. Their past, 9 of Wands. Present, 5 of Swords. Not fighting fair. Emperor is the future. Your past, 9 of Pentacles. You've been on your own. You're present in the sun. Leo energy. You're happy. You're successful. You're full of joy. And then we've got your future Ace of Swords. Some flash of insight or wisdom or truth comes into the foreground. Now, I'm just going to work with these cards for now, and then what I'm going to do in the extended, I'll just say it now, is that I'm going to pull normal 3 cards I would pull for the connection. I will look at a message from Spirit, a message to you from this person, a message to this person from you, and then the outcome advice card, anything that you need to know with regard to the outcome of this situation. So that's how I'm doing it. So it's a little bit more of a deep dive on the front end. And then I'll make sure I complete the entire readings I normally do on the back end. But I'll make a little room just so I can do some clarifying here. All right. With them coming through, here's what I want to say to you first and foremost. Here you are as 9 of Pentacles in the past. This obviously earth energy, so it's definitely appropriate for you, Taurus. It tells me that you've been on your own. You've been making your own way in the world. You're very capable. You are very much an attractor. You set your mind on what you want. It sort of just kind of comes to you because you lay the foundation, you do the work. And now, shifting into the sun means that there's been some measure of success. There's some happiness and joy right now taking place for you. And I feel because you're in this 2 of Cups energy, it could have to do with this person or with a soulmate connection. And we have that Ace of Swords, some truth, flash of insight, divinely guided. But for them, they're here in some swords energy. You may be dealing with a Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. Doesn't have to be. You could also be dealing with an Aries because we have the Emperor card in the future, or that could just be them shifting into divine masculine energy. And we have that 9 of Wands. So Page of Swords, what we mostly say about it, pages are messengers. It's also the like the trigger, the ignition switch for an energy. And so, like, for example, this is divinely guided. It's brand new. truth, honesty, information, knowledge. This is Page of Swords. It's new, but it's like a fresh start of an energy that's already in existence. So some fresh new information coming in, but this is also a card of watching, right? Taking in the information from afar. So sometimes the Page of Swords is called the spy of the tarot because he kind of stands back and watches and observes, but he's looking for information. Present energy. In the past, he's like the walking wounded here, almost, almost at that Ten of Swords, almost about to lay down a burden, but not quite. This card often signifies not giving up, being like the walking wounded, battle worn and weary, but not giving up. And that's their past energy. Present, though, they're Five of Swords. It feels like they're not fighting fair. This person may not be on the level with you. There may be something that they're trying to accomplish by unfair tactics. Because that's the present energy that's there for them. Or that's how they could feel about you. They could feel something's not a fair fight. I'm not seeing any conflict here with you, but I see this Five of Swords and it gives me pause. So that's what I want to look at. Page of Swords. Why is the Page of Swords here for the other person? I think they worked very hard. They worked very hard at coming up with a creative solution to a problem, but it didn't work. It didn't work. They just ended a very painful cycle. And they walked away, and they're now, this is their energy. They walked away from an emotional entanglement. It's very possible, Taurus, that this person is not someone you're presently involved with, but that's on your path. Or that who you might know them, but they might be ending another connection. Because these two things are incompatible. So I feel I'm speaking to a select group of you who are aware of who this person is. You're open to it and you're happy and feeling joyful after a period of being on your own for so long. But the energy that's coming forward for this person here is more about what they've just been through. I don't think it's about you. Is they're walking away. That's where they're at right now. So if you're wondering, are they still with this other person? No. They're watching you. They got eyes all over the place. They may be this can be as innocent as just the two of you communicating via social media or them watching you on social media. And I'm not creeped out by it. But they've really been focused on their work as a means of distraction through this painful episode. Really painful episode. And it's done. So if you're wondering, yeah, it's done. If that's the Ace of Swords you needed, I'm telling you, spoiler alert, it's done. They've walked away from a very emotionally stressful situation. And that's why the energy of the past is this walking wounded, right? Five of Swords. Why is the Five of Swords here for them? Yeah, they got their heart broken. Someone didn't play fair. Broke their heart. King of Pentacles and Two of Swords. It could be you, that it could be about a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. The King of Pentacles, it doesn't matter if you're a male or female, the King and Queen, the only difference really between them, well, there's a lot of differences, but the major differences is that the Kings also have added air for reasoning and logic, and the Queens have extra water for emotion, compassion, right? It's a little sexist, but that's the way they break down the energies in the deck. So something happened here. Someone who isn't playing fair with them. And they're either coming through here with that King of Pentacles, like, I gotta protect myself. But it could also be Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. So that's a little bit confusing for me. But Two of Swords, where they are right now is they're working on getting grounded, staying in high vibration. I do think this is this person. Staying in high vibration, maybe another earth sign. Protecting themselves, taking care of themselves, which part of this beginnings is about self-care. Taking care of themselves, protecting themselves, trying to stay grounded, keep their head above water, be above board with character and integrity. And they know they have to make a decision. This is like, I got to choose a path. They don't see their way clear right now. They're still a little confused in their head about how they're going to move forward. But Emperor. So that gives us a peek. Emperor is Aries. It's the father of the tarot. He embodies the wisdom and the best qualities of all four kings. That's why he's the divine masculine. Page of Pentacles, the Moon, and Nine of Wands comes out again. Jeez. So I'm a little confused, but future is that there's a message here. In the future, they're gonna have more control. They're gonna have things under better control, and they will deliver a message of stability. It's not a huge offer, but it will be an offer of groundedness, of like, hey, I've got this under control. I'm starting over, right? Because King of Pentacles is here trying to hold on to everything. I'm starting over. I'm starting small. There's so much you don't know. There's so much that went on. There's so much that hasn't been illuminated for. It's been shielded from view or in the dark. This person is going where they're shifting to is a phase where they're dealing with the unknown. They're dealing with the unknown. Nine of Wands comes out again, so we end where we began with this person, which is at completion of a very trying cycle, but they're not quite laying down the burden yet. They're not giving up. I'm going to check the Nine of Wands from the past to see what that's about. Maybe it'll give us a clue. Yes, somebody was liar, cheater, stealer card right here. Somebody was very underhanded. So now that's what they just came through. And now they're dealing with someone who it didn't play fair, isn't fighting fair. They're getting their heart broken. They're trying to stay head above water. King of Pentacles, high vibration, grounded. But they're Two of Swords, man, they're like crossing their heart. They're trying to protect. They're at a crossroads. They are not quite clear which way to go. Then in the future, they have things under control. As the Emperor, they message some small gesture of stability, but then we're back in the unknown. They're kind of feeling their way through with their eyes closed, and that's very difficult. You, on the other hand, my lovely Taurus, Two of Cups energy. Eight of Swords, Four of Swords, Two of Wands. So some healings involved here. You also, I feel like this Two of Cups, which is water, it's Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, and then we've got a lot of swords, which is Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, and the Wands, Aries, Leo, Sag. But I feel like your energy here is Two of Cups as you recognize this potential soulmate and you can't see your way clear to your next best step. The Eight of Swords often has you feeling trapped when you're not, feeling held back when all you have to do is put one foot in front of the other, but it's just like you're up in your head about it. And you're trying to work through it, trying to strategize. And then you're going to go to a period of healing. This can also be a card of self-reflection, looking inward, taking time to evaluate the situation and your thoughts about it, because your future depends on it. This guy's got the whole world in the palm of his hands. Two paths lie before him. One isn't right or wrong, but one is definitely better than the other, and that's where you're shifting to. And your present energy, the sun. That's Leo right there. You could be dealing with a Leo. You got a little bit of everything here. It's very unclear. Chariot, moving forward. To your Ace of Cups. Yeah. You know what you're after. This Ace of Cups is a brand new opportunity at love. That's what I was saying in the beginning. I think that what I read here for this person is what they're currently going through, what they've been through, what they're going through, and sort of where they're headed. And you might know this person. If you don't know this person, this is who's on their way to you. And you're very happy and ready to move forward. You want the love, the joy, the happiness, the feeling of innocence that comes with a Two of Cups connection. But you're already up in your head. You don't know your next best step. You're going to move forward, though. Chariot. That's Cancerian energy, just in case you wanted to know. And then on top of that, this Ace of Cups, once again, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, but it's a brand new start at love, divinely gifted. You've got the Ace of Cups and the Ace of Swords here. Wow, Taurus, pretty powerful. Ace of Swords, help me see this Ace of Swords. Funny, that's what that card's about. It's like you recognizing this person. Little emotional overwhelm, Two of Pentacles, and you'll work through it. Yep. In the future here, Taurus, you get some divine guided insight, wisdom, knowledge, truth, maybe a recognition of the power of this connection, this person. It's going to throw you into a bit of a state of overwhelm, lots of choices and options on an emotional level. It's almost like you have to work through it, process it on an emotional level in that Seven of Cups, and balance the reality and juggle the realities on the ground. This is about logistics, making this thing real, and here you're going to do that together. Three of Pentacles, Two of Pentacles, Three of Pentacles. Right? Me and you. How do we do this? Me, you, and spirit. Now we're going to make it real. Co-creation. Beautiful. All right, Taurus, here's what I want to do. I'm going to go to the extended. I'm going to pull 3 cards for the connection. And then, like I said, my normal card from spirit, cards to and between you and your divine counterpart with messages, and then the outcome. And we'll see where this all goes. I really am interested to hear the message to you from this person, because it seems like they're trying to wrap something up, but they're having a little trouble letting go. So we'll take a look at that, and maybe we'll get some clarity for you on your next best steps. So happy to read for you here, Taurus. If you want to follow me, the link to the extended is below. Otherwise, I'm sending you all my best energy as you move through this powerful, powerful portal. Take care and enjoy the full moon.